Hi friends, this is Bindu Malhotra, and today I want you to experience something completely different that we have never done before. Today what we are going to do is introduce you to this lovely lady, which has been in our clinic last year actually, and I'm going to introduce to her in a few minutes now. What we are going to do here is, since my clinic is open, I think we have so many clients sharing their feedbacks, their reviews, how hypnosis has helped them. But we haven't seen a full story yet. So today we have Georgean Morrissey, and she's going to share her full story, her full experience, how hypnosis has helped her, and in her own way, in her own words. It is so nice every time I meet her, how she's such an inspiration. I've seen her pictures and I've seen her motivational words, and she's really living a really positive, inspirational life. It's just so inspiring. I feel inspired every time I see her posts and I meet her. There's a great energy there, and it's really a pleasure, honor to have met you, to have known you, and to have worked with you. So I'm going to pass this mic to my very dear friend now, Georgie.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Hopefully everyone can hear me. Good evening, everybody. So I came into Bindu was it last year? I think it was last year, January of last year, 2020. And I thought I was coming for a hypnotic gastric band. And after a few sessions with Bindu, I realised that wasn't why I was here. The reason why I was here was because I was in a very emotional state, and I had a lot of stuff that I needed to clear and deal with to help me to move on and make a better life for myself, more positive life. And in doing that, I lost 5.5 stone, 70 pounds, and I reached that target by August of last year, and I've maintained it, as well as a result of what myself and Bindu have done together as a team, not just me on my own, as she likes to make me think. I've also come out of my shell in many, many ways. I'm meeting new people, making new friends. Just everything is a lot more positive for me in life in general. Just how I think about life has completely changed. And it's all been down to the hypnosis and the calm sessions that we've done together and worked on together. And it's all been so positive. There wasn't any part of it that was negative in any way. People think that hypnosis is there for a bit of crack and a laugh. It's not like that. It's there for you to take control again of your own mind and how you think about yourself, instead of the world telling you you're crap, you're bad, you're fat, you're skinny, your hair is not the right colour, your boobs aren't the right shape, you have to conform to the way the world is, you must be married, you must have kids, you must do this or you must do that. And that's not what it's about. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. And that's really what it's about. And the hypnosis helps you realise that, helps you realise your own mind, and that's the truth of it. So yeah, it's been a big journey, but it's all been great, and the journey never ends, and that's the best part. That's the best part. And me and Bindu have become good friends as well along the journey. So we're going to take some adventures together as well.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what other questions Bindu might have for me.
Well, the latest calm session, if you want to share a little bit about that.
Yes, the latest calm session, I was dealing with something that was very much an age-old problem that I had going on in my head, and I had all these assumptions that the world were making of myself, of me, and of that person that I was 20 odd years ago, 26 years ago. And I'm not that person. And I haven't been that person for a long, long time. But I was assuming that people still had those thoughts about me. And using the calm session, although it's really intense and it's hard work, the result of it every day after it just gets better and better. Just gets better and better. And you can leave, it allowed me to leave those thoughts of myself behind and to embrace who I am instead of who I was thinking people thought I was, which is not who I am.
And this is actually a very common, situation that you were in at that point.
Yeah.
Because this is a very common thing for a woman's life.
Yeah.
And people usually don't really know how to deal with it. I've seen many men dealing with that in a very negative way, where they have stopped or have been stuck with that particular situation.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you're comfortable to share it, but if you're not, that's okay.
I'd rather not.
Yes.
But
yes,
yeah, it is. It is a situation that most women that are out there at my age have at some stage gone through.
Yeah.
And we all carry it in some shape or form.
Yes.
And some of us wear it harder than others, which is what I was doing. And then there's other people out there that really can cope with it and cope with it very well. But it is really difficult. And yes, there's men out there as well that just don't understand it and can't comprehend it, because it's more of a woman's emotional journey, or so I believe, that it's more of a woman's emotional journey than a man's emotional journey.
Yeah. But just being a part of it and the loss that people go through, it's immense, and it affects both, I think, massively.
Yeah.
So you were quite brave to, I know you were ready to reverse your car and say
Yeah.
going too far.
The day that I came for my last calm session, I arrived and I kind of said, this isn't going to work. Why am I here? I was turning back home when I was halfway here. And then after I don't know how many hours of hard work with Bindu, pardon me, we cleared it and I felt so much better. I felt tired after the calm session, but it's very physically emotional as opposed to just being emotional. It's physically emotional. I find with the calm session that I physically felt the pain in my body. And it was the same on the first calm session that we did as well. I physically felt a pain, and it was amazing to feel the relief of that pain after the calm session. It was just outstanding. There's nothing like it. It is exhausting. I won't pretend that it's not tiring, because it is. I found it really, really tiring on both occasions that we did it. It's quite intense, but it is so worth it. It's so worth it. Yes.
And I've seen, especially when clients have carried that emotional baggage, that mental weight for such a long time, for years, and when they're releasing it, their body physically feel that drained and that tired, and they would take rest. So that's my recommendation always to people. If you're coming for calm session, make sure you have 2 days
after
rest after that. And after that you feel amazing.
Well, when I explain about our first session together, which was all my emotional attachment to food and to eating, and because I was eating when I was happy, I was eating when I was sad, I was eating when the grass was growing, the sky was blue, it was raining, I was eating. I was just eating for the sake of eating. And after the first calm session, I tell people, I felt like I was in a car accident, because when I left here that day, I was so physically exhausted. But after that, it was so different. Life was so different. But back to the hypnosis a little bit. Hypnosis changes your mind insofar as making decisions about food as well in that case, because that's really what I came to for the hypnosis for, was for food and my relationship with food. But yeah, you were able to reinforce the thoughts of, eating healthy and eating well and eating all the colours of the rainbow and drinking plenty of fresh water and not eating takeaway. Not eating takeaway. No cheese. No cheese. Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, it was a brilliant journey. Every time we met and every time even we had chat and texts and messages, it was always a great energy that we exchanged, and that's how we build.
It's always been really positive. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's always been really positive.
And you also experiencing healing sessions.
Yes, we're doing some healing sessions, which have been absolutely amazing. I always feel like I'm just floating on a little marshmallow. It can be very spiritual experience. It's not always a spiritual experience. Sometimes it's just relaxing, which is lovely. But the spiritual experiences are absolutely outstanding as well. We had some sessions after my father passed away there 3 months ago, and that really helped. That really helped me deal with the sorrow that I was feeling and in the bereavement that I had. And I just felt they were amazing. They were really amazing, just to help you relax and find that mindfulness of just calming your body and calming your mind and feeling the angels around you and feeling their support. So yeah, the healing sessions have been amazing.
Okay. So what would you like to tell to people who are still struggling with food, their relationship with food? They're still looking in the mirror, hating what they see. They are constantly in that trap, that cycle of just eating every Friday, every Saturday, Sunday, the weekend, and then they again having the motivation, I want to do it, but they are just stuck in that cycle. It's just constant.
It's a vicious circle.
It's
a vicious circle. I'd suggest hypnosis and give it a go. You know what you need to do. You just need some help in changing your actual mind to actually do what you wanted to do, instead of just saying, it's so easy to pick up the phone, dial the takeaway, have it delivered, not even go and get it. Whereas it's really easy to just think about your food and plan ahead and to have a salad. Yeah, you can still have nice things. You can still have a takeaway, but you make it yourself, and now you know it's healthy, and you know that it's good for you. But the other thing is, that I've learned, is controlling how much you're eating and actually only eating when you're hungry. Instead of, it's 1 o'clock, right? So it's 1 o'clock, right? Time to get the breakfast, the roll, the chicken fillet roll, or the snack box. It's time to get lunch. I find now that come 1 o'clock, well, I'm not hungry. Or if I am hungry, okay, yeah, I'll eat. But if I need to think about whether I'm hungry or not, well, then I can go for a little walk and use the time that I have to go for a little walk. I've now done something that's switching off from work and giving you time to think, well, am I hungry? And how do I want to eat? Instead of the convenience of the chicken fillet roll or the potato wedges or something that isn't right for you and that will make you, by 3 o'clock in the day, fall asleep.
To digest that food.
Yeah, because your body can't function to actually think about what you're supposed to be doing in work when it's busy trying to get rid of junk food or crap food or food that isn't healthy for you. So definitely I'd highly recommend hypnosis if you want to go with a weight loss goal, if you have a target. But anything that's kind of emotionally affecting you in your life, that's holding you back in any way, whether it's something recent or whether it's something from decades ago, like hypnosis, the calm sessions, the healing sessions, they've all been really, really, really positive for anyone to do. And there's nothing invasive or intrusive or in any way, shape or form. Like, so it's all very relaxed. We're here in Bindu's home. Her home is lovely. It's very, very nice environment. It's so comfortable, and she has a lovely cat. Her cat is her angel, Cherry. So there's nothing to be nervous about or concerned about. I understand that, yeah, when you make a decision to do hypnosis, that you can be afraid of it or what might come of it. There's nothing to be afraid of. Hypnosis isn't about giving somebody else control. It's about you taking back control of who you are. And that's what hypnosis is. It's about reprogramming your mind to think how you think, not how the world is making you think.
And I think that has helped you. You mentioned many times how it has helped you have a very good relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
Does that help you in your relationship as well?
Yes, it does. It helps me in my romantic relationship, insofar as my partner now sees me just as positive all the time. The fact that I'm looking after myself has inspired him to look after himself, which is great. But not just in my romantic life, but in my other relationships. So in my brothers and my mum, who are really important people to me. My relationships with them have all just blossomed again. They have a new respect for me for taking back control of myself and looking after myself. So they see it as really positive as well, which is lovely. I've loads of nieces and nephews, and they all look at me as well, and they're inspired by me too, which is great, which is lovely to be an inspiration to them. So like everyone has a newfound respect, and that's beautiful because I have a newfound respect as well for myself. So yeah, it's really nice. So yes, it has changed all my relationships, but only in a positive way, not in a negative way.
Nice. So it all starts from yourself.
Yeah, it all begins with yourself. And sometimes people, they'll say to me, oh, I'm not getting along with such and such, or this isn't going right. And I try and say, if you look after yourself, once you start looking after yourself, then it all just changes. It changes naturally, and it just happens naturally. It sounds corny, but it does actually happen that way.
So what is your new way of self-care now? Are you always doing the self-care? You mentioned that you have a special day for yourself for self-care.
Well, this weekend, I like to pamper myself. So I like to go and get my nails done and go to Glam Beauty and Swords, and the girls are lovely. So, and this weekend we're going to have a vaccination party with some friends, which is fantastic because we haven't seen them in a year. We haven't been able to socialise with them, but we're all vaccinated now, so we're able to have a little party. So yeah.
So would have been your way of self-care initially before?
No.
So would that be food?
Yes. Yeah, so self-care would have been a takeaway. Crisps, chocolate, fizzy drinks, junk. Not looking after myself. Now I love to exercise. I love to run. That's my new passion, is just running. I'm not very fast, but I don't care. I just love it. I just love it. And I still eat heaps of food. I have a massive appetite for food, but I eat well. So the fact that I exercise, so that I'm physically active, means that I can eat and not be concerned that I have to have only a small portion or a bite, or but then as well it's about controlling what you're eating and not having your treats every single day. Like a treat is a treat, so a treat is meant to be occasional, not every day.
So tell me, I know we have done the program, plus after that we have done a few reinforcement sessions. So do you think the suggestions fade away, or do you think, no, it's there and it's there for your life to help you?
I believe the sessions stay in you. I believe that they do. The only thing that can change the suggestions that have been given through the hypnosis is your own self. So, like 4 or 5 years ago, I gave up cigarettes through hypnosis. I can still smoke if I choose to smoke. I can still have takeaway 7 nights a week if I choose to. There's nothing stopping me. But the suggestions that you have given me Bindu in our hypnosis sessions have been to look after myself, to drink my fresh water, lots of it, the lovely fresh water, and to eat loads of greens, loads of fruit, loads of veg, and to love it and enjoy it. And I've chosen to accept that suggestion. And every day I choose to accept that suggestion. But I can choose not to. But it's when you choose not to, that's when you're just letting yourself go back to the way you were, and you're letting the world dictate as to who's looking after you, and you're not looking after yourself. So
that's such a wise advice, and such beautifully you put it in words.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's so important that it's a choice. It's not
It
a
is a
diet,
choice.
it's not a programming, it's not a, it's all a choice, and
It's a
it comes
choice.
back to your own hand. You have the power
Mm-hmm.
to transform yourself and live a life that you want to choose for
Yeah.
yourself. So it's so empowering.
Yeah.
It's something that people feel they don't have a choice, they don't have power,
Yeah.
they're so out of control, they're slave to that cocaine or that
Yeah,
addiction,
to their
or
addiction,
food,
yeah.
or just a phone.
Yeah.
And it's such a slave mind
Yeah.
set. And then this is such a liberating opposite, where you
Yeah.
are using your early mornings for beautiful pictures,
Yeah.
the sunrise,
Yeah.
and it's full of energy. It's full of life.
Everyone says I'm crazy for getting up for the dawn. The dawn is the most amazing time of the day. And you can always go back to bed if you want to.
Absolutely.
But it's all about just making the choice and deciding for yourself. And that's really what it is. It's all about choice. And the hypnosis gives you back the option of making that choice, making the right choice for yourself. So, and like the hypnosis is fantastic. It really is. It changes your mind to know your own mind, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Well,
it's quite deep.
Everyone knows their own mind, but I think sometimes we're afraid to use it. Like in the world that we live in, we really are afraid to use it and kind of just go and use our own mind. And even in the environment that we're living in at the moment with COVID, and I know how desperately COVID has affected so many people. Fortunately, it hasn't affected me too much, thankfully. But we've no freedom. We've lost our freedom with it. And as human beings, we need our freedom. And our choice, making our own choices, is our freedom.
Definitely. And you mentioned a very important point that about using the power of your mind. So with hypnosis here, when we are helping clients with psoriasis or some accidents that they've gone, or some trauma that they've really gone through, how just a session, the power of their mind can actually heal them, remove all those tablets, those medications,
Yeah.
those things that they're going through. And people have gone through so many weight loss
Yeah.
programs, and it's just the power of your own mind
That's exactly it.
that one can use to actually bring any
Yeah.
change. And of course, hypnosis is, of course, I'm just a guide for you, as I always say. I'm
Yeah.
just taking in this suggestion that you want your subconscious mind to be programmed, how you want your new version
Yeah.
to be. And that's that simple, but it's your choice always.
That's exactly it. It is your choice.
Absolutely.
It's your choice.
And I
And
think that should be the title of this talk.
yeah, I think so as well. Making the right choices.
Making the right choice.
But like as I said, it's not just about food. It's about making choices for anything in your life. Anything and everything. And if you're in the right relationship, if you're eating right, if you're exercising right, if you have a bad relationship with a parent, you know, what should you do? It's helping you to make the right choice, right decision for yourself. So
but that's a very important thing as well that you mentioned, when people are stuck in a toxic relationship where they don't even know they have a choice to come out of it. They have all those anger issues, they have stress issues, they're going into depression, they're going into tablets, and they're still not coming out of that toxic relationship. And I think this is such a important point that you mentioned, that it's a choice.
It is a choice.
And it's also that realization sometimes, to just realize that it is my choice, and I can take help if I need help.
Yeah, exactly. But then so many people feel as well that they're not enough, that if they leave a toxic relationship, where will they go? What will they do? They'll have no friends, they'll have no family, they won't know anyone. What will they do? How will they cope? How will they cope with the emotional side of it? But it's about making the choice. And once you've made the choice and decided, that's your first step forward to having something positive in your life. And even if it's on your own, life will change and it becomes better. So for people that are in toxic relationships, there is options out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have a great session called Anger Release Forgiveness, which is, I feel everyone should take that session, because I was into meditation, years and years of meditation. I thought I don't really need any sessions or hypnosis. But then I took that session for myself, and I was really taken back, like, oh my God, so much that you're holding on inside. And this one session, the deep trance state, brings up so much real stuff on the surface,
right,
that I felt amazing after releasing all that. That session was mind-blowing for me. So I always recommend everyone to come for this session, and always make sure that programs have this session, so that they can release whatever they're holding on, especially for themselves. Most of the time we hold a lot for ourselves. And we don't feel that love then for ourselves. We beat ourselves for all this.
We judge ourselves.
Absolutely.
We judge ourselves all the time.
All the time.
And make assumptions that other people are judging us.
Absolutely. And the critical mind, that background, the chatter never stops. And I love to work with him. Kick him off. Go away.
Definitely.
So, it has been absolutely amazing. The journey with you as a client, as always you have been there sharing your journey with our clients.
I'm happy to share it. And hopefully it'll help somebody to ask for help. Irish Hypnosis has clinics everywhere in the country, and all of them are trained, all the staff are trained exceptionally well. So no matter where you are, there's an Irish Hypnosis as well nearby to help. And that's what they're here for, to help. And I'd be lost without you, Bindu. I'd be lost without you. This journey's been a journey together, and it's been fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. It's lovely to see you. I feel so, every time I see you, I feel, oh my God, she is so gorgeous, she's so beautiful, she's so inspiring.
Thank you.
I can never stop appreciating how wonderful you look, how you carry yourself, the confidence. I have seen you in tears, I've seen you in that lovely spark and shine and glow and glory.
You've seen me at my worst and you've seen me at the best.
Yes. Well. And I hope you always stay in your best.
Yeah, so do I.
Yes.
Although bad days do happen as well. So
And then we have a healing session.
yeah, so don't think it's all
Yes, of course. Everyone has that. And
all
that's a part
rosy
of
in the
it.
garden. Like everyone has a day where, you know, you don't want to get out from underneath the duvet. But it's okay to do that as well. And to make the choice of staying under the duvet.
My duvet day. Right.
Duvet days.
Duvet days.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So we will sign off now, and
Yeah.
I'm going to thank all the viewers and lots from my heart, lots of love. Thanks, Georgie, for doing
Thank you,
this for
Bindon.
us and sharing your story. I think it's going to be inspiring for many people.
Yeah, hopefully so. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.